I'm Nick Gallo, a USA Hockey Level 4 coach, a former WHL scout, and lifelong hockey guy. It's been a dream getting to work in the hockey world, but I also like to have a little fun. Okay, a lot of fun. Welcome to Holding Court. Oh my god, I forgot how good beer is. What's up, guys? I know it's been a while. Hope everyone's doing well. In honor of doing the retro jersey video, look what I had in the refrigerator. A beautiful Kachina throwback ale from Grand Canyon Brewing Company. So we're going to crack this as we review these jerseys here. Let go. I'm not going to rank them or grade them or do any of that. I'm just going to give my quick thought on every jersey. So first, the Anaheim Ducks. So the Ducks went with that 90s Wild Wing, what some may call an abomination. And objectively, I could probably understand why people don't like this, but the nostalgia in me blinds me. And this was an era where I was a little kid, and I loved this jersey. It's goofy. I mean, it's supposed to be a little ridiculous. But, I mean, it's cartoony. We saw Teemu Selanne in this jersey. We saw Paul Kariya in this jersey. It's ridiculous. Somehow, some way I like it. Next up, we have the Arizona Coyotes. The Kachina throwback. This isn't the exact Kachina jersey. They did do a spin on it. Why I love a lot of these, they're very 90s. And that's the era where I'm the most nostalgic over. That's the era I fell in love with the game of hockey. We saw Keith Tkachuk in the Kachina jersey. We saw Jeremy Roenick. We saw Tony Amani. It's purple. It's got some desert sort of trim around it. Once again, kind of ridiculous, but I like it. Boston Bruins. So this Bruins jersey is very yellow. It does kind of have that classic feel to it. So that's like I think that's kind of what you want to accomplish with like a retro but modern jersey. So I like the Bruins one. I think that's cool. Buffalo Sabres. This one's dope. I like this. They used the knives, kind of the secondary logo from that era. They had a third jersey that was red with this logo on it, but I think that's kind of a slept-on logo. So I like how they put that at the forefront. The blue and gold, I mean, that's their modern colors. I like how they kind of did like a mashup of the eras. Calgary Flames, they went with the horse head. I've always liked that jersey. It's just kind of hard looking, you know? It reminds me of like the Craig Conroy, Jerome McGinley, Calgary Flames era. I believe most hockey people are down with the horse head. I believe we all kind of like the horse head. So, sick. Definitely like that jersey. The Hurricanes, I love it. They gave us what we all wanted, which is the Hartford Whalers, right? One of the greatest jerseys and logos in hockey history. That is just vintage. They added a little spin to it. They didn't just fully throw back. It's a gray Hartford Whalers jersey. But it's also very modern looking and cleaned up. I think that's sick. I would say that's probably one of my favorite ones. The Chicago Blackhawks. This one I just find so boring. Just boring. I'm pretty sure they've worn something almost identical recently in an outdoor game or something, but not a big fan. I do, however, appreciate how much the Chicago Blackhawks logo upsets little whiny people who want to be offended on behalf of, insert other culture here. So that's amusing to me to watch this logo make little offended crybabies squirm. So I give it a, A+ for that. The Avalanche, beautiful. They did the Quebec Nordique style. They even left, the fleur-de-lis on the bottom. But that is sick. It is the Nordique jersey, but with the Avalanche colors, which is only a little bit different than the Nordique. So, once again, they threw it back, kind of modernized it, though, and made it look a little cleaner. So, that's awesome. I'm sure this one's a lot of people's favorite retro jersey. Fucking A. I'm sure this one's a lot of favorite I'm sure this one's a lot of people's favorite retro jersey.
Straight out, dude.
The Blue Jackets. I see some people shitting on this one, and I get it, but for whatever reason, the red works for me. I like the red with this. I like that logo. I don't know why they abandoned that logo. I way prefer this logo. I wouldn't have even hated if they just would have gone back to the old, dark blue. It looks like there's too much shit going on at the bottom. There's all sorts of piping and a lot of space. I don't love that, but as far as the colors and the logo, I like that. Dallas Stars. I'm not a fan of their logo or their color scheme. This is a little bit better for me than their current jerseys. I mean, that cheesy, like the star piping, I think is fucking cheesy as hell. It does draw up a little like Darian Hatcher, Mike Modano vibes to it, which is great. Those are some legends, some American legends, but yeah, that's a pass for me on that one. Detroit Red Wings. What the fuck, guys? What happened? What happened here? Someone forgot to do their homework. That's a practice jersey with a gray stripe on the sleeves. I mean, did you even try? The Edmonton Oilers. I like this a lot. Just kind of that vintage look. And as we know, the Oilers' history is ridiculous. Mark Messier. My favorite player ever, Jari Kurri. Wayne Gretzky. He could go on and on. But this definitely has that vintage feel to it. I think they did great. And it's different. We've never seen this sort of style before with the Oilers. Don't love it. I don't think it's amazing, but I think it's really solid. Florida, yes, you did it. You did the right thing. That logo is just classic. That is a classic sports logo. I don't know why they got rid of that. The dark blue jerseys with this logo I thought were awesome. I don't know why they moved on from that. Much better than their current uniforms. Very throwbacky. So I love this one. The Kings. Okay, so this is sort of growing on me. Initially, I wasn't, shitting in my pants over it. Mainly because the purple and gold era for the Kings for me was before I was born. So the nostalgia isn't there for me with the purple and gold. The nostalgia is there with the Chevy logo. I like this. I'm not upset at it. I don't think it sucks. I think it's pretty good. So that's like a B for me, but pretty cool. I see people love it, so that's good. I think the Minnesota Wild had it right when they initially were an expansion team. They came out with those jerseys, their old school jerseys. And then they started to go into like Christmas color jersey looking shit.
Feliz Navidad.
The green and yellow for me, I'm not into green and yellow at all. And they went all in on the green and yellow. The logo's great. That is an awesome logo. Just this green and yellow shit is Montreal Canadiens. This is an original 6 team, so they had a little bit of pressure here. I think this is alright. They went blue. They've never, to my knowledge, worn a blue jersey before. So this is kind of vintage, just with sort of like a color change. Which is alright. It's cool. It's whatever. Decent. Nashville Predators. Nashville Predators, just like I said about Minnesota, when they came out of the gate as an expansion team, I feel like they had the sickest logo and sort of color scheme combo. They had like the gray, like on this jersey they had the gray on the top. And it was a blue color for their home jersey. And I just thought that was sick. And then they started to change it up and kind of get away from that. Now they're just like all yellow. This is much like the shit they wear right now. And I would have liked to have seen a blue. Or I would have liked to have seen a complete going back to the, their original jersey. Devils, this looks like pretty much exactly what we probably could have expected out of a Devils retro jersey. This was kind of one of those whatevers for me. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, I guess.
Feliz Navidad. Feliz.
Islanders, where's my fucking fisherman? Basically, they just changed the shade of blue. The current Islanders jersey is just this really bright, I feel obnoxious blue. This goes back to more the 90s era color blue that they were wearing. So these are very much like their 90s, 2000s jerseys. I prefer this to their modern jersey. However, we all wanted the fisherman. We all wanted the fisherman. I mean, this is okay, but you blew it. Now, the Rangers, on the other hand, as opposed to the Islanders, you gave us what we wanted. We wanted that Lady Liberty jersey. And there it is, and it looks great. That is going to be awesome to see back on the ice. This was like a iconic third jersey of the 90s. New York Rangers, obviously, classic jersey, but they dropped this third, and everyone loved it. So, you know a third jersey is really good when you have a team with very iconic jersey already, and then they drop a third jersey, right? And everyone's like, oh, this better be good. And people loved it, so you know it was solid. Ottawa Senators, I gotta say, now that they've gone back to that OG, original 90s Senator logo, that's one of my favorite logos in hockey. They basically took that and they went all red, and I fucking love this. This is one of my favorite ones, for sure. Flyers, I don't know about that. This kind of looks to me like a, you know, if you're playing beer league and your team's called the Flyers, this is the type of shit you get. Yeah. Pittsburgh. I love this. This just reminds me of Mario Lemieux fucking dishing to Yager, 900 times a season. Kevin Stevens, Sergei Zubov, Luke Robitaille when he was with them for a bit. But major nostalgia, proper 90s throwback. Sharks. Okay, so they went back to the original logo. I like that. That's a big plus. Kind of their sort of 90s, 2000s style, which is cool. I like this jersey, but I don't love it as if they went OG and they went with the teal. That OG teal jersey I thought would have been way cooler to work with than this gray. But this is cool. I don't dislike it, but I don't love it. The Blues. Okay, the Blues jersey, the one they wore last season, the 90s throwback, that's my favorite jersey in all of hockey. It reminds me of Brett Hull. Reminds me of Gretzky when he signed with the Blues. I love that jersey. That is my favorite jersey. So they basically took that and then made it red for the retro. I mean, I think this one's solid. I'd say solid. This scheme and that logo are already a win for me. The red kind of takes it down a little bit for me, but whatever. There's much worse out there. The Lightning, I love it. I love it. Once again, the bottom, I probably would have preferred if they would have just left that thick-ass white piping off of it. The color and the older and the original Tampa Bay Lightning logo, on point. Get ready to unsubscribe from my channel right now. But I wouldn't have hated if they would have done that cheesy-ass lightning bolts on the side of the jersey like they did, back in the day. But I like this. Toronto. No. I mean, that just looks very, very vintage. They went to that really old Toronto Maple Leafs logo from when Nancy Pelosi was in high school. It just looks so old.
I mean,
I don't
look
like
at her.
that.
She's
I don't like that. And I
old.
love the Toronto Maple Leafs logo and jersey, the colors. I just don't like this. Vancouver, I see what you did there. They went with their 90s era third jersey, which had that kind of sunburst, that kind of fade, which was a pretty sick jersey. And they basically did that and just kind of switched the color scheme to their modern color scheme. I think that's cool. Vegas. So, the retro jersey for Vegas. Now, it's funny they're coming out with the retro. They're brand new, but I really like this jersey a lot. I just think this shit's pretty hard. I just love all the stuff Vegas is doing. Even their media, their YouTube channel. I just feel like all their shit is just really sharp. Capitals. I'm having the same talk with you as I had with the Islanders. We wanted the fucking eagle. But we wanted it in blue. We wanted the OG shit. That blue and gold color scheme Maybe my second favorite jersey ever was that blue and gold color scheme with that eagle. I mean, that Peter Bondra shit, the Joey Juno shit, the Mikel Pavanka shit. This is like, you almost gave it to us. You're like, we're going to give it to them, but we're not. You know? Just the tip. No. Winnipeg, look me in the eyes. This sucks. What is that? What is that? Retro to what? Winnipeg, this sucks. This is not good at all. Stop. Alright guys, this has been my thoughts on the new retro jerseys. I'm excited to see a lot of these. Stay safe out there, take care. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you on the next one.